So Composable is for companies that know that they need to evolve their IT platforms over time, that know that the requirements change as they go, but it's not for everybody. And we'll talk about that later. But the idea being that you focus on the top level of the systems that you build instead of the technologies that you actually leverage to get your jobs done. Because the requirements of your business remain the same over time. You will have bits and pieces of your business that, you will always need those vital organs within your organization. But how you get there will change over time. So the tools, the techniques, everything that sits underneath that will change over time. And that's really what Composable is for. It's a way of thinking about how to break the business apart to achieve what you need as a business. Very simply put, the promise of Composable is extending the current life cycle of IT systems from sort of the classic 3 to 5 years out to maybe 10 years or even indefinitely, because today in monolithic solutions, you'll build a thing and you'll work with it for a while and then you'll grow out of it, so you have to scrap the thing and build a new thing. And that's been the cycle for 20, 25 years. Getting into Composable, you actually have the advantage of building the thing out, making sure that you have all sort of the vital organs that your company needs to do its thing. But over time, then you can start to replace those pieces as you go. So in theory, you should be able to live with the solution that you built forever, because what you start out with will evolve into something different over time, not in a revolutionary way, but in an evolutionary way where you maybe swap out one piece or two pieces, but not all of it. And that's what we're all aiming for, and that's something that will come to pass, I'm sure of it. The challenge is we spend time gluing things together. We lose sight of the real objective, which is to create something that generates value. And creating integrations, it's something we do because we have to, but it's also something we've been doing for 30 years or more. Well, it's thereabouts, right? And the interesting thing is that we have not really moved much beyond that. So when I started doing e-commerce some 20 years ago, it was all about connecting your ERP system to the e-commerce platform and to the CRM system and all that. And you know what? That's still what Composable is about. We need all these systems to exchange data to enable each of them to go, right? So essentially we're gluing them together where we actually want them to live more sort of independently of each other, but we have to share this information. So there's a conundrum there. We want them like this, but we also want them like this to go. So how do we solve that? It's something that takes up my mind at the moment.